Have you ever finished a day feeling completely exhausted, even though you barely moved from your desk? You look back and think, what did I even do today? But the feeling of being mentally drained is overwhelming. It's a strange and frustrating experience, and if you felt this way, you're definitely not alone. This isn't about physical exhaustion from a workout or a long hike. It's a different kind of tired, a mental fatigue that can feel just as heavy, if not heavier. It's the feeling of your brain running on empty. So, what's really going on? Why do we feel so mentally spent after a seemingly unproductive day? Today, we're going to explore this common feeling, break it down in a simple way, and talk about small, gentle steps you can take to find more balance and energy in your daily life. Let's get into it. First, let's understand what mental fatigue really is. Think of your brain like a smartphone battery. Every notification, every app you open, every thought you have uses a little bit of that battery. Physical activity is like using one big app that drains the battery quickly, and you know why? It's low. Mental fatigue, however, is more like having dozens of apps running silently in the background. Each one is pulling a tiny bit of power. You might not notice any single app, but together, they drain your battery just as fast. This is why you can feel so wiped out without any obvious cause. It's not about the intensity of one single task. It's about the sheer volume of small mental tasks we handle all day long. From the moment we wake up, our minds are on. What should I wear? What's for breakfast? Let me just check my email real quick. Oh, a news alert. A text from a friend. These small decisions and context switches add up, creating a constant hum of mental activity. One of the biggest culprits behind this modern-day exhaustion is overstimulation. We live in a world that is constantly vying for our attention. Our phones buzz with notifications, our inboxes are always filling up, and social media feeds offer an endless stream of information. Even when you're just sitting on the couch, your brain might be processing a TV show, scrolling through your phone, and half listening to a conversation in the other room. Each piece of information, whether it's an important work, email, or a funny cat video, requires mental processing. Your brain has to categorize it, react to it, and decide what to do with it. When this happens all day, every day, your brain doesn't get a chance to rest and recharge. It's like trying to listen to 5 different songs at once. Eventually, you just get a headache and want to turn everything off. This constant bombardment of stimuli keeps our nervous system in a state of high alert, which is incredibly draining over time. Another major factor is the non-stop nature of our own thoughts. We often think of doing nothing as sitting still, but our minds are rarely still. This is what we can call constant thinking. Are you worrying about a deadline for next week? Are you replaying a conversation from yesterday, wondering if you said the right thing? Are you mentally planning your grocery list while trying to focus on a task? This internal chatter is a huge energy consumer. Our brains are problem-solving machines, and if we don't give them a specific problem to solve, they'll often find one for us, like worrying about the future or ruminating on the past. This constant background processing, this mental juggling act, requires a significant amount of energy. So even when you're physically at rest, your mind might be running a marathon. It's this hidden work that contributes so heavily to that feeling of being drained for no apparent reason. This brings us to a crucial point: the lack of true mental breaks. Many of us confuse relaxation with distraction. We finish a stressful task at work and immediately pick up our phones to scroll through social media. We think we're taking a break, but we're really just switching from one form of stimulation to another. A true mental break is a moment of quiet, a period where you intentionally disengage your brain from processing new information or solving problems. Think about it. When was the last time you just sat and did nothing? No phone, no TV, no podcast, not even thinking about your to-do list. Just being present. For many of us, these moments are incredibly rare. We've conditioned ourselves to believe that every spare second needs to be filled, but these moments of stillness are not empty. They are essential for our brains to consolidate memories, process emotions, and restore our cognitive resources. Without them, we're constantly running our mental engine without ever stopping for maintenance. So, how do we start to combat this mental drain? The key isn't about doing less, but about finding more balance and cultivating awareness. It starts with recognizing the signs when you feel that familiar brain fog creeping in. Instead of pushing through or reaching for another distraction, just pause. Take a moment to check in with yourself. What's running through your mind? How many apps are open? Simply acknowledging the mental load you're carrying can be a powerful first step. It's about being more intentional with your attention. You can't stop all the notifications or thoughts, but you can choose where you direct your focus. Maybe it means putting your phone in another room for an hour. Maybe it's deciding to do one thing at a time. A practice known as, instead of eating lunch while answering emails and watching a video, just eat lunch. Pay attention to the food, the flavors, the textures. It sounds simple, but it gives your brain a much-needed break from juggling. Another powerful practice is scheduling intentional moments of quiet into your day. These don't have to be long, formal meditation sessions. It can be as simple as 5 minutes of doing nothing. Find a comfortable place to sit, close your eyes if you like, and just breathe. Your mind will wander, and that's completely okay. The goal isn't to have an empty mind, but to simply notice your thoughts without getting carried away by them. Watch them float by like clouds in the sky. You could also try looking out a window, sipping a cup of tea without any other distractions, or taking a short, slow walk without listening to anything. These small pockets of peace, sprinkled throughout your day, act like a power bank for your brain. They help to reset your nervous system and replenish your mental energy, making the rest of your day feel more manageable and less overwhelming. It's also important to be mindful of how you transition between activities. We often jump from a high-focus work task straight into a stimulating social activity or straight to our phones. This abrupt shift can be jarring for our minds. Instead, try creating a small buffer. After you finish a meeting, take 2 minutes to just stretch and breathe before diving into your next task. When you get home from work, instead of immediately turning on the TV, take a few moments to just sit in silence, allowing your brain to transition from work mode to home mode. These tiny transition rituals can make a huge difference in preventing the buildup of mental fatigue throughout the day. It's about giving your mind a chance to close one program before opening another, preventing that background clutter that drains your energy. Feeling mentally drained without a clear reason is a valid and very real experience in our modern world. It's not a sign of weakness or laziness. It's a signal from your body and mind that you're carrying a heavy, invisible load. It's a call for more balance, more awareness, and more intentional rest. The solution isn't a grand overhaul of your life. It's found in the small, quiet moments you can create for yourself each day. It's in the practice of single tasking, in the gentle awareness of your own thoughts, and in the courage to do nothing at all, even just for a few minutes. Be patient and kind with yourself as you explore what works for you. Every small step you take towards giving your mind the rest it deserves is a step towards a more energized, balanced, and peaceful life. Thank you for spending this time with me today. If you found this helpful, please consider subscribing for more content on living a more mindful life. Take care.